hello there, and a very happy Friday to you. Actually, I am all off center. Let's try this again. What did I do here? That's a little better. I want to include my friends here. You know them? These folks? Yeah. Bob, Fred, and Wilma. No, not those guys. These guys. Bob, Fred, and Will. I'm just messing with folks. Okay, let's try this again. Well, hey, everybody. Happy Friday to you. I am pre-recording this sucker, so technically it's a happy Thursday, but I'm pre-recording this because I'm trying to get some stuff finished and ready for the week coming up next. So a very happy Friday. I hope you're starting it off really well. We're almost to the weekend. Of course, if you're watching this after work, yay, it's the weekend. So we'll celebrate either way. Yesterday's video was very Katrina with a little Grant thrown in, but this one is all the boys, a little fun with Halloween, and actually a really goofy face that I'm looking at right now of Sam. I'm just gonna skip to it because this is. Yeah, Sam is just cheesing it for the camera here. You can tell that's his big. Somebody said smile, and he went. It's still a good smile. I love it. Point Blank 1959 shared this throwback picture. It says popping up like a jack in the box on a rainy day too. This man is always ready for a pic. The Outlander behind the scenes, Maureen Patrick is getting, I think, some credit here for the picture. This is definitely season 1. I believe so, because with the tartan and the neckerchief and the whole deal, it looks very season 1 to me. Also, the hair. The hair is also a giveaway. I mean, it might be season 2, but what do you guys think? I'm thinking it's season 1. But it's the smile, the look on his face there that just kills me. He's happy to be there, at least. Not looking quite so happy to be there. We got another one from Roman Barreau here. It says, survive the haunted house and my own dance moves. Ooh, can we see the dance moves? Big shout out to Lithan, who made last night's Halloween party spooktacularly chaotic. He looks like some chaos happened. He has a little something on his cheeks, and I can't tell if he's dressed as a cowboy or a butler. Butler cowboy. I'm sure there's a relevance there that I'm not getting, but he still looks like he's had a time, is all I can tell. Oh, well, see now he looks very chic, and he looks like he's had a bad day. I don't know what's going on. Now he looks frightened. Now he looks proper Halloween scared. And the someone needs to help him with his rouge. You got to blend. He's not blending. That's okay. I'm a smart aleck, but that's fun. Roman's been sharing a lot lately. I wonder if he's got some projects coming up and he's trying to get his name out there a bit before we hear of it. And if so, man, I hope they subtitle it in English or something, because dude, my French is horrible. 2 years in high school, 30 years ago plus, does not make me fluent at all. All right, a nice kind of gathering of pictures here from Graham McTavish. It says, it might seem a long way off, but it's not. My latest Avalon Storyteller cruise on the River Rhone is in June. A river that has seen centuries of history, from Roman legions and gladiators to some of the best wine in the world. Hi, Mom. What's up? Oh, yeah, no worries. Hi, Mom. My mom was checking to make sure her phone works. Okay, where were we? A river that has seen centuries of history, from Roman legions and gladiators to some of the best wine in the world. Bring your spouse, like I did, or an old friend or two, and make many more along the way. If you love history, wine, or just a great vacation in the south of France, you know what to do. Join me from June 9th through the 16th, 2026. It costs just $250 down to reserve your space. Attached are some photos from the last cruise. P.S. Cycling is not compulsory, but it is a great way to see the countryside before collapsing with a glass of the region's finest in the bar on board. Okay. And we've got our links and information here so you can get there. It says this is a storyteller cruise. I'm the host, and if it's anything like my last journey with Avalon, we're all in for a great time together. For those of you who are just in love with Graham and kind of am a little bit because, how couldn't you be? This is a great way to kind of to go chill out with him. It looks like you get to relax, have fun. You're biking, you're drinking, you're boating, and you're seeing the sights. This is very cool. This is a really great way to go, spend a little vacation time if you happen to be chilling out in France. Yeah, I can't highly recommend it myself personally because I haven't done it, but from the pictures, I would say it's worth giving it a shot, especially if you're a fan of Graham's, or in any way, really. Yeah, check this out. If anybody's gone to this, let me know. Let me know how it is so we can tell the other folks and then they can make an informed decision on whether this is the trip for them or not. All right, what else do I have? I'm sure I have other stuff. And wouldn't you know it, last night the Landcon dropped the last of their tickets. It says the Lancon shares this could be you next April. Final tickets drop tonight, 8 p.m. French time zone. Once they're gone, they're gone. This is from the Lancon 8. Lancon 8 is calling, and this is your sign to join us. Ready to make memories? Yeah, go check this out. The tickets are there, apparently, or they're sold out. So if you want to get to Paris for Landcon, I would go check that out right now. And yeah, as per usual, if you go, send me pictures. We need pictures. We need lots of pictures because look, pictures. So you can see what kind of goofiness you're going to get into. Ooh, yeah, I saw this. Cynthia, this one's kind of for you, but it's a little bit for all of us because Outlander Addicts Post shares this one, and it starts off, says, did you know the Comte de Saint-Germain really existed, and his story might be stranger than fiction? An alchemist, musician, and healer, he claimed to have discovered the elixir of life, a secret that granted him immortality. Unlike the vain villain we meet in Outlander, the real Comte was known for his kindness and his simple black attire. Okay, wait. That's not simple black attire. All right. No one truly knows where he came from or how old he really was. Fluent in countless languages, dazzling the courts of Europe with his talents and mysterious experiments, he became the man everyone whispered about. Even after his death in 1784, people kept seeing him. That's a little creepy. A villain on screen, but perhaps a miracle worker in history. So, was he a misunderstood genius or something far more mysterious? I think it's obvious. He was a time traveler. Hello? Spoke countless languages, had the elixir of life. He's just explaining why people saw him at different times and he hadn't aged. He's obviously a time traveler. This is not a mystery. Cynthia, what do you think? Time traveler? What do you guys think? I think it's possible. So the Comte was not necessarily, or not at all, apparently, any kind of bad guy. But our Comte Germain, yeah, he Comte Saint Germain was not a very nice guy. And we are just getting to that in our season 2 chat. So make sure you join us Monday, and I'm sure we'll hear more about the Comte and his evil ways. Not this Comte, because he's apparently a really nice guy. So we're going to check out the other guy. All right, again, for the men, this is for our boys here. Sarnia Bookkeeper, that's my best guess on how to say that one. The Bookkeeper has pulled together a guide for men who want to live with style in every facet of life, from what they wear to how they think, work, and unwind. And of course, this post includes a little bit of Sam. All right, so we've got a few different books here that like different points of life. They're like the expert book on this thing in your life. And so we've got one for attire, one for perspective, one for home, and of course, the Cocktail Diaries by Sam Heughan. Part recipes, part ritual. This one's about slowing down, mixing with intent, and enjoying the craft behind the glass. We'll also have one for work and another one for taste. It says, come to the store to have a look at these books or order them off our website. That is really neat. So I like this little put together. You know what this is good for? This is good for if you've got a man in your life and he is either starting off in his world, maybe, or maybe having a midlife crisis. Really, either one of those two would work, I think, in my opinion. And you pick out some of these books, they're all picked out for you. Order them and give it to him for Christmas to help him kind of, find the best part of himself and how to work. I think this would be a good Christmas gift. A couple of these books. With your particular gentleman in mind, I think that would be cool. So yeah, this is a nice list. I enjoy that. And the Cocktail Diaries is the spirit of this list. So we got attire, perspective, home, spirit, work, and taste. So yeah, pick out one or two for your man. My husband is difficult sometimes. I might do this. I'm gonna do that. I think. I don't know which one. I think I might would do with work because he is a very dedicated employee. I will tell you that right now. Probably not attire because he has his own style. And maybe perspective though. Perspective and work would be a good one. I already have spirit. He can borrow mine. Actually, I have two, so he can borrow either one of them. I'm gonna take one with me to the gathering though and see if they can make use of it. See if anybody'd like it, because I don't need to. And let's see what else I have here. Oh yeah, I like this. This is a throwback. Obviously, this is not new, but I love this. This is so good, and it's a very dark. Usually has, I mean, he's got some red here, but usually his kilts have a little bit more color to them. They aren't necessarily, not like bright or anything, but they have a little more color to it. This looked very subdued and like classic dress up. So I really dig it. This one was shared by Point Blank 1959. It says, Sam going to an event in the States, just Jared never missing an opportunity. Yeah, just Jared. It's so always really good about putting out some images for us when he comes to the States, especially. It's very, very cool. I appreciate that. This is what I was talking about in the other video about like the shoes you see the gentlemen wearing with their kilts, dependent upon the situation. And I swear, Sam, he's always got really great shoes and not stockings, but the socks. And he always, from head to toe, literally, is dressed so well when he kilts up. It's really cool. And thank you again, Point Blank, for sharing these throwbacks. And of course, just Jared for being on point with the camera and making sure we get these pictures when they come out and he comes to visit. And one last one just for our man Sam. It says GG Life magazine. It says, looking for your next unforgettable adventure? Discover why Newton Stewart, or the getaway to the Galloway Hills, is shining brighter than ever with world famous dark skies, a vibrant community, and the exciting new Galloway distillery backed by Sam Heughan. This gem is set to become a global destination. I do have something funny to tell you about the expansion, but it's not a big news story. But I will throw that in here in a second. It says also explore its rich history, festivals. Ooh, I want to go when there's festivals. Can I go when there's when are the festivals? And warm hospitality in our in-depth feature. Don't miss out. Pick up your November issue of Dumfries and Galloway Life today. I love a good festival. I would love to see how they do their festivals. I don't know where you are if they do a lot of like festivals at the end of a season, but from about the middle of summer until, well, up until November, in this area that I've grown up in, and all the little towns around it, there is a little fair or festival for everything. I mean, my hometown, Fort Wayne, does a Johnny Appleseed Festival. I'm sure some of you who live in the States have heard of Johnny Appleseed. I'm not sure if he is world renowned, but basically his idea was if you plant an apple tree, you can feed people for free. The tree grows, it gives out produce, you put it out in on public property, and when people are hungry, they have at least an emergency supply of food of some sort. And apples, you don't need to tend an apple tree, not necessarily. They just grow. They do their thing without humans getting in the way. And so we have a festival celebrating, and a lot of places do. A lot of places claim that he was born there, he was buried there, but that's our festival. We also have a Three Rivers festival. Used to, God, they stopped that last year. I forgot. When I was growing up, they had a Three Rivers festival, which was just like your normal. This is the day we're going to do a parade, and a week long of little contests. Some for kids. I was in the parade when I was a child, decorated my bicycle and got to ride it around and show it off. But yeah, there's some good festivals. I want to see a Scottish festival. I would love to see how they do their thing. That would be cool. I want to do that. Somebody invite me and pay for my ticket and my stay because I'm poor. At least too poor for that. Nah, right now. This channel is going to blow up and I'm going to be a millionaire. Ha! All right. Not really my goal. The funny thing I was going to tell you about his expansion is apparently there's a type of newt that is, and this wasn't even, I don't even know if it was a real story or not, but it struck me as funny. There's a type of newt in and around Scotland that they're protected. That's a really pretty picture. And so, like, where he's got his expansion going, apparently they have to watch out for these newts. I don't know how true that story was, but I thought that was, that could suck if it's true, but also just kind of funny that if they had to like make some changes, not funny, haha, if they had to make some changes because there's like a newt nest or whatever where they're trying to expand. That is a really cool picture of, I'm guessing, Galloway. Very nice. Ooh, and they get their own little river too. Do they do boating? I'm deeply curious now. And of course, the distillery. We got Sam. We got somebody who's there with him. I don't know who that is specifically, but we got Sam holding his glass, and yeah, we're all really, really proud and excited for him. This is super cool. And like again, he's bringing the tourism to Scotland because of Outlander, and he and Katrina. That was very cool. Now he's getting to do the same thing specifically for his hometown. And I love it. I love it. And I love this. But I'm all done. That is everything I have today for our gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this little Friday catch up on what's happening with the folks. Roman, you're doing Halloween right. I'm still not quite sure what your costume is, but again, you need to get somebody to help you blend your blush. But nice stuff with Sam, throwbacks. And yeah, this was I think a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give her a thumbs up. If you didn't, as always, give her a thumbs down. Comment either way down below. Do appreciate those comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you find yourself here often and you have yet to do so, and then hit that notification bell so you'll get an idea as to when the new videos do come out, in case you're anxious to see what is happening next with our folks on Outlander. Real big thank you to my members and people who have donated to this channel directly for my vehicle, for any upcoming trips. I really, really do appreciate that. Your support really makes, it's just like the frosting on the cake of this channel. Viewers and folks who come here regularly, thank you so much. I would not do this, especially every day, or try new things like movie reviews and episode reviews, if it weren't for you guys. So I want to thank you for coming back and letting me know what you'd like to see. We are making a list of our new lists. We're going to include Christmas movies you'd like us to talk about, and musicals you'd like us to talk about. So, and also any satirical movies, any that are, what was our example? If you like Star Wars, you would suggest Spaceballs. The silly versions of our favorite movies. I'm looking for those for March leading up to April, and maybe through April because of April Fools. I'm trying to work on some themes here. We were going to try to do some thankful movies for November, but I think because I'm an American and we do Thanksgiving in November, but I think what we're just going to do is expand our Christmas movie time, because there's a lot of Christmas movies. We'll save some for next year too, but there's a lot of Christmas movies. So let me know your suggestions below. We'll see what we can fit in now, what we'll save for later, and we'll try to make some announcements on that. Again, if you can't see it, no review for our movies next week on Wednesday. But we will have our review for our Season 2, Episode 2 of Outlander on Monday, as per usual. All right, guys, that's it. Have a really great rest of your Friday. Hope you start off your weekend right. Do something fun. Do something enjoyable. If you earned it, man. I don't care if you have a 9 to 5 or if you're a stay-at-home mom. I know that by Friday you've earned a little time. So hopefully you can take a bubble bath, take a walk, go see a movie, go do whatever it is that you enjoy doing. Or, of course, enjoy your Halloween. Go out, check out some trick-or-treaters. See if, people will mistake you for a child and get some free candy out of the deal. And, of course, if you didn't get enough Outlander information, then what you need to do is go down below, check out those playlists. And whatever video you do choose, I will see you there.